Thank you all for coming. I have no wise words. I'm gonna let the mayor open everything up.
Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the launch of Restaurant Week in the city of Jackson. This kicks off February 24th, and we're excited to host another Restaurant Week. We have the great Visit Jackson along with us, and in a moment I will ask Mr. Ricky Thickpen to join us at the podium. But this is an important week because it celebrates an important part of our economy. It celebrates an important part of the culture of our city. It is our restaurants that help create a sense of place. When people travel throughout the country and the world, for that matter, they're looking for unique culinary experiences. It's not so much the franchise restaurants that create the environment or the lasting impact on people as they visit communities. It's the homegrown restaurants, the restaurants that are the bedrock, that are the economic engine, lifeblood of a community like the city of Jackson. And so we're excited to kick off this year's Restaurant Week here at Trio. And we're glad that we have added them to the portfolio of what the city of Jackson offers in terms of culinary experiences. They've done well in their short tenure with the city, and they have plans on expansion. And so we're just highlighting another one of the added amenities that the city of Jackson offers. And so with that, I'm going to step aside and let the expert talk about the experience of the city of Jackson. He sells Jackson even better than I do. So Mr. Ricky Thickpen, please come forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, my name is Ricky Thickpen, and I have the absolute honor of serving as President and CEO of Visit Jackson, and I'm really doubly honored to have a mayor that understands and appreciates and supports tourism. So, Jackson Restaurant Week is a strategic step toward just enhancing the visitor experience and the local experience for food in and around Mississippi's capital city. The Jackson Restaurant Week paves the way for more expanding the experience that will lead up to March 2nd, the inaugural Jackson Food and Wine Festival, which is, I say, sold out already. Yeah, that deserves a hand. This initiative allows us to test new initiatives, build partnerships, and create a buzz in the upcoming Jackson Food and Wine Festival, but also the restaurant scene, the culinary scene in Jackson that is growing and becoming respected not only in this city, not only in this state, not only in the Southeast, but across this country and across the world. When visitors come to Jackson, they expect amazing food, and Jackson restaurants deliver every time. Jackson Restaurant Week encourages an exploration of discovery, leading visitors and residents to experience other attractions associated in and around events and our culinary experiences. This fosters engagement and builds a strong tourism economy. And so that is why we are so excited about Jackson Restaurant Week. And I'm gonna step aside and really introduce the two of the architects of our inaugural Jackson Restaurant Week, Yolanda Clay Moore, Director of Visit Jackson's External Affairs, Partnerships, and Alliances, and Rashonda Perriman, Director of Brands and Creative Engagement. Ladies.
Thank you, Dr. Thickpen. I have to say that I am not an architect at all, but I thank you for that, that promotion. But this is truly the brainchild of our Director of Brands and Creative Engagement. But I just want to tell you a little bit about what you can expect for this Jackson Restaurant Week. So first of all, Saturday night is all about cocktails. We like cocktails, right? Sunday will be soul food. Monday, comeback sauce. Tuesday, the 27th, international. And Wednesday, fried chicken. Everybody loves fried chicken. And on Thursday, burgers. And Friday, fried fish. So you have the items, right? So what we need you to do is gather your family, gather your friends, your coworkers, and go ahead and establish a list of where you're going to visit to support our Jackson restaurants. We have some of the richest culinary offerings here in the city, and we know that you're going to take part in this great event this week. I'm going to let Rashonda expound upon how we came up with all of these items and about some special events that we have also associated with this week.
Good afternoon. As I mentioned, I am Rashonda Perryman, Director of Brands and Creative Engagement. And part of that creative engagement, as I mentioned, is our inaugural Jackson Restaurant Week. Yolanda mentioned creating your list. Well, we've helped you a little bit with that. So every day has a theme, as she listed before. And with those themes, we have a carefully curated list that we crowdsourced. We did a lot of research to figure out what you, the people of Jackson, are considering your favorites for these different themes. So in line with that, we have a few special events going on throughout the week that we want you to participate in. So our kickoff event will be a Cat Head cocktail crawl. It will be in the Fondren neighborhood. We have 8 participating restaurants. Those are Amerigo Italian Restaurant, Apothecary at Brent's Drugs, Gringo's Tacos, Highball Lanes, the Pearl Tiki Bar, Saltine Restaurant, the Station Jackson, and Zundel Ramen and Sake Bar. You can start by picking up your passport at any of those locations. That is Saturday, February 24th from 7 p.m. to midnight. Once you collect your passport, you'll see all the instructions on the back. Come and meet us back at Highball Lanes where you can win a prize. Again, that is our kickoff event. That is Saturday, February 24th from 7 to midnight. The next event we want you to keep in mind will be one of our closers. We are going to have an old school fish fry at the Welcome Center. So our quarterly spotlight series will be a Jackson fish a.m. to 1 p.m. Please also join us back on March 1st at Sugar's, where we will be announcing a very special restaurant partnership. That is at 9:30 on the Sugar's patio. And the last event, as Ricky mentioned, is the Jackson Food and Wine Festival. It is completely sold out. We are super excited for our inaugural year, and we can't wait to see you outside. So we are encouraging everyone to stop and support your favorites, try out some new ones. You can follow our list or don't follow our list, but whatever you do, post it on social media, tag us and tag the restaurants. That way you can be entered for another special surprise. We have a huge giveaway that is worth over $500 and it's restaurant themed. You don't want to miss out on it. So again, if you frequent any of these restaurants during the week, don't forget to tag us on social media and tag those restaurants so you can be entered for the drawing. Thank you.
Thank you again, ladies, for providing those details. Let me acknowledge a few things. First and foremost, as we've been standing here in this press conference, you may have heard some noise. We're just going to pardon their progress because they're finishing the build out of a rooftop bar that will be coming soon. And so the owner could not be here today. He's making more moves so that he can make increased investment in the city. But he did want us to let you know that they've just recently started a lunch buffet, which is every Wednesday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. So they're open now for lunch. We want to encourage you to support your local restaurants. I think because we enjoy such a rich culinary experience in the city of Jackson, sometimes we take for granted that we are in a city with award-winning chefs, right? We take for granted that we have so many options of just rich experiences, culinary experiences that we can take advantage of. But when you travel other places and you find that that isn't as in abundance as it is in Jackson, Jackson is right in the heart of this rich food experience that we enjoy so much. So I want to thank you. I want to thank Visit Jackson for all that you're doing. Ricky, we're going to have to talk. I understand that Food and Wine Festival is sold out. The First Lady asked me about that this morning as I was getting dressed. So I'm not going to put you on the spot, but I got to figure that out somehow, right? But thank you all for being here. We want to lift up. You got one other thing? I'll step aside.
One more thing, if you missed any of that information we shared, please go to visitjackson.com/restaurant week to get all those details. We will also be posting it on all of our social media pages. That's at Visit Jackson MS. Also to our restaurant partners, we have taken the liberty of creating a social media toolkit for you. So feel free to have at that and share it at your liberty. And if you have any specials and deals you would like for us to promote, please email those to klewis@visitjackson.com. Again, that is visitjackson.com/restaurant week. And for our restaurant partners, email your deals to klewis@visitjackson.com. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A lot of information. We want people to know where they can find it. I know that one person won't be missing the cocktail day. I heard Melissa scream out about that. And she really was calm about everything else, but apparently she'll be there. With that, I think that we're ready for any questions that you have. Ricky, you want to join me, if you could?
I'd like to revisit the rooftop bar and more details on that, please. No, I'm joking.
You can do a deep dive and investigative reporting on your own on that one. All right.
I will, sir. Ricky, talk about tourism growth in the capital city. Where do we stand in getting people in?
So as you know, we are still recovering from the pandemic, and this year we experienced just a slight decrease, but the number of people that are traveling, the business travelers are starting to pick up. So conventions and meetings are very robust in the city of Seoul, especially with youth sports. We're really excited about that, collegiate sports, and our religious meetings. So that's some of the markets that we're really going after very aggressively. And so we're in a good place, and we're trying to surpass numbers from 2023 for this year.
Is the economy and the interest rates type of thing impacting traveling to cities like Jackson?
So we're in a very unique and very fortunate situation in Jackson because we are considered to a lot of our destinations, as can't say the same, we are a drive market. We've got the fortune of being at the crossroads of 55 and 20. And so we're not far from any Southeast destination, but we also have an amazing international airport. And so we have the best of both worlds. So it's not impacting us. And the price of airline tickets, especially at the Jackson airport, are coming down. And so we have, that's a marketing strategy that our sales team uses to attract, because it costs a lot more to go to some of our largest destinations, and a lot of strategy for business travelers is to choose second-tier cities and not go to those very expensive destinations.
Ricky, could that be because we were able to secure a low-cost carrier back to the airport and possibly, help make the rates more competitive? Possibly.
That
Yeah.
impacted our competitive edge significantly. So excited about that.
Big weekend coming up, Blues Marathon, obviously is going to be a big boost for the area. Could you speak to that?
Marathon runners like to let their hair down and take their tennis shoes off after the race, so they'll get right in time for the pub crawl. So again, excited about that. My team, myself, will be there to make sure they get all information about restaurants in Jackson to enjoy the entire experience. So again, they love to run, they love our arts, our history, and our culture, they love our music, and then they love our food.
I think it's a truly unique event that we're proud to host in the city of Jackson. Not only lifting up the creative nature of any marathon, but to incorporate our love for music as a part of it is truly beautiful. I'll just finish your question by saying that I think the Visit Jackson team is doing an amazing job. And since you asked the question about tourism in the city, I'll just say it's too early to announce, but we're on the precipice of a really big announcement in terms of another event that we'll be happy to share with our residents and our visitors.
Mayor, if this is going to be in right field, I'm sorry, but I know back in September there was an announcement when it comes to trash cleanup on highways. I'm curious if there's any announcements or any plans for interstates, I-20, I-220, I-20, I-55.
Yeah, so we had a meeting with Commissioner Simmons, I think maybe a week ago, possibly two. And there were some final things that needed to be done between all of the parties, particularly with the Department of Corrections. We believe that we'll be able to get, the proper legal documents in hand to do that. So all parties are still rowing in the same direction and trying to facilitate that. In the interim, the Department of Corrections is helping out in another way, and that is with parolees. And in fact, I believe that, speaking to our solid waste manager, they were scheduled to begin yesterday or today.
I saw some today.
You saw some today? Okay, so they're already out there. But that isn't even the full arrangement that we're trying to put forward. We're also not limiting to our MDOC relationship, and also one of the current vendors that we have in I'm trying to think of the name of the company that does it. New Way Ministries that does it. We're also looking to potentially launch a pilot with one of our continuum of care organizations to see if we can have our homeless residents a part of the solution of picking up. And so we'll look forward to having a press conference and announcing that once everything is fully fleshed out.
Thank you.
All right. Everybody come and eat well. All right. Thank y'all very much.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
I appreciate you.